Hello traders, you are welcome to my channel once again. My name is Sunday. You are welcome to Against FX. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, just pause the video and do subscribe. Alright, this is the only way you can encourage us to keep dropping valuable information as regards to forex trading. All right, and if you need a mentorship, we do offer such services. All right, and if you have any pairs that you are struggling with and you want us to analyze the pair for you, we can do it for you free of charge. Just all you need to do is just send us an email. All right, then the currency pairs, we do the analysis for you, then we'll forward it to you. All right. And if you need any mentorship, please do reach out to us. Yes, our website is www.againstfs.com. You go there, choose any package of your choice, then we'll train you. All right. Then apart from that, the fundamental analysis, because what we'll do is the technical analysis. The fundamental analysis, please do visit Forex Factory, because right now, click on calendar, because right now all the news ahead in the next week, beginning on Monday there is nothing. On Monday is free, but from Tuesday there's going to be news like that till Friday. So if you want to always keep updated, please go to Forex Factory and just click on the calendar. You will see the time, the date, and all that. That is that. And now, let's first of all analyze gold and USD. All right, we are going to be very fast because we have other pairs that people want us to touch on. All right, so the way we do it, before you can ascertain the overall direction of trend, you need to check it out from the higher time frame. All right, me, I don't trade on lower time frame, so I'm on higher time frame, 4 hours. All right, now it's very clear that from here up to this point, you can see price has been bullish. All right, since on the 15th of May, we've been bullish. Do you understand? We've been bullish. When I use the word bullish, I'm simply saying that we've been breaking structure to the upside like this, and price is here. All right. If you can see, we'll be breaking structure to the upside. All right. So it's very clear the direction of trend is bullish. And right now we are here. All right. We are here. Okay. This very point. So at this point, we just need to open our eyes and see or watch what price action we dish out as soon as market opens tonight. All right. At the time of this record, today, today's date is 15th. All right, 15th of June. All right. So tonight, forex market will open, and let's watch the reaction from here. And one thing we need to put in mind is that at this point, this is a psychological level. All right, that is why price is reacting to this level. All right, let's just see the way, because this is the last break of structure. This is the last break of structure. What we should be expecting is what? A pullback, because this is the last break of structure like this. It has broken this structure. We should be expecting a pullback to this, either this pivot point, all right, this pivot point, all right, then price will go up, or from this pivot point, price will just, one moment, or from this pivot point, because here was the last break of structure, from this pivot point, price will break below it, retest it, then come to this support S1. This S1 is support, all right? So if you don't know anything about pivot, please reach out to us so that we can teach you, all right? How did we derive this pivot? From the high, the previous high and the low, then with the close price. From with that, you can deduce where the pivot point lies. Let me just, the formula is the pivot is equals the high plus the low plus close. You divide it by 3. You get the pivot point, the pivot level. All right. So, but if you don't know it, don't worry. Just reach out to us. That is why we are saying come to us so that we mentor you. Trading is not just you buy and sell. There are more things to learn. All right. It's very, very deep. It's deeper than what you are just saying. Maybe what you do is just come place a trade. You once you make profit, you think it's like that. Trading is very, very deep. It's a skill set and you keep learning every day. All right, so from this pivot point, we can break to the downside. If we break to the downside, then we are expecting a support here. All right, we are expecting a support level here that we push the price back to the upside. But if it fail, we have another S2 here, which is a support 2, all right, that we are hoping, based on our analysis, that can push price back to the upside. So what am I trying to say? Once price opens, once private market opens, we are expecting a reaction from here. It's price that will give us where it wants to go. So if you scale down to 3 hours, you discover that it's been just consolidating here. There's a little consolidation, but there's a little spike up to the upside, but there was a rejection, like twice now. Price tried to push up, there was a rejection. Price tried again to push up, there's a rejection. So since that time, you see this 1, 2, 3 candlesticks, equal height. You understand? So let's just see if price will push above this place. That means we are going with the underlying trend, that is a bullish momentum, will continue. But don't forget, there is a resistance here, the arrow one here, there's a resistance, and apart from that, there's another arrow two here, there is a resistance. So you have to open your eyes, don't trade blindly. All right, all these are pivot level where we have a resistance one and we have a resistance two. So, and also, if you don't know what do you call it, what psychological numbers are, we still have what we call psychological number. All those round numbers, they are what psychological number. All those psychological numbers are round numbers because traders do look at those things, and what they do, they they place orders there for they place orders there so that as soon as price get to that place, price action get to that place, what will happen? There will be a reaction and price will turn from there. So watch psychological number as well. Those psychological number, they are very, very important points to watch. All right. One moment, let me just correct this to 3390.84. Okay. I just noticed that I shifted this pivot point, so I just needed to correct it. All right. So I was saying the psychological numbers are round numbers that you must watch out from. Those numbers they also act as what support and resistance level. Price action don't just trade without direction. It moves from one point to another point. All right, from point A to point B, from point B to point C, from point C to point B, like that. It comes back like that. Like price action. What price action do is what balance market, create imbalance, around create imbalance, move again, then come back and close the imbalance. It will balance up, from balance it will create imbalance, push, then come back and close up the imbalance. So that is why you see all those things in the market. So what we should be looking out for uh, as market open, let's watch the reaction from this very point. All right. If we are going to continue with the underlying trend that is in the push to the upside, we are going to see it when market opens. All right. But if you look at it, you discover that even though they closed bullish, the last candle closed bullish, but you can see that there were sellers already here in the market. So let's not, like my friend will say, you trade what you see, not what you think. Because the only person or that can prove you wrong is the market itself. You can give the best analysis, but at the end of the day, it's the market that will prove you right or wrong. So that is why we always allow market, the price action to give us direction. Any movement from here, they will not know how to uh, set our trap so that we can join the trend. All right, but as you can see, it has broken structure to the upside. It's supposed to do a retracement. It has retraced like 1 to 2 bars. Then it tried to push. It could not go past this level. And since then, there has been a little consolidation. So let's wait and see if price, to me, I'm of opinion that if price breaks this level, we are going to have a little deep sell-off to the downside. But if it fails, that means we'll continue bullish momentum. So let's just keep an eye on this. So that is that for gold. So let's GU, that is British pound and US dollar. You can see we've been bullish as well. We've been bullish. All right, we've been bullish as well. All right, and price from here, we've been bullish. Price moved like this, came down, but here instead of price action to push to the upside, because of this psychological number here, 1.36 thousand, there was a rejection, and you see price trying to come down. So let's see if, excuse me, let's see if this push to the downside will stop from here, or rather it will go further down before it can gather momentum to break the structure high. But as far as I'm concerned, if you even say, okay, let me just scale to the downside to 3 hours, you also see that price action is still bullish. So it's just a little pullback, and we are waiting for price to continue pushing to the upside. So the first time it has already broken this psychological level, like I told us, price moved from one level to the other. So we have a pivot point here, pivot level here, like as I've told us. If you don't know what it is, reach out to us. That's why I would say join us so that we can um, train you. So there's a pivot level here. If price should continue pushing and it breaks this psychological level 1.35 thousand and it gets to this point, if this place holds, that means we are going to go bullish again. That means it's just going to be a little sell off. But if price just push back a little, that means this place is just going to be liquidity, because fail to create is always used as a liquidity, or change of character or market shift will happen anytime there is fail to create. Fail to create simply means that this guy is supposed to push to the upside and take out this weak high, because this guy dished out a demand and he created a high by breaking this structure. So there was a pullback, which is normal order flow, but this guy here that dished out a buy is supposed to break the structure higher than this high to take out this high. But what now happened? It failed. There was a resistance here that now returned the price back down. So should this guy come back and violate this low, that means we'll be experiencing what we call market shift. But if he stop here, because we already see that buyers are in the market because they are pushing this guy, pushing the price to the upside. So if you fail to create another low to violate this low, that means we are going, this very place here will now be used as a liquidity to fuel the push to the upside. Don't forget there is another psychological level here, which is 1.37000. And apart from the psychological level, we have another resistant one, which is 1.37532. So, guys, my analysis as far as GU is concerned, that is British pounds and USD is concerned, we are bullish, and we have seen the last break of structure. The last break of structure is this. We have seen the last break of structure. All right, that is to affirm to us that we are still pushing to the upside. All right, so right now, two things will happen. Now that price has retraced after the break of structure, there was a moment of relief. Price supposed to break this structure, but it failed because of this resistance, this psychological number, and price responded by returning this price a little back to the downside by covering up this imbalance that is here present. You can now see that what you should be expecting now is that we are expecting a push for this movement to continue, the underlying trend to continue bullish. Otherwise, if it fails to resume the underlying trend, that means it's going to push to the downside to violate this low. And what we will see is a little sell-off. But I'm optimistic that this price is going to resume a bullish run. So don't forget, this point is our first target, 1.3770. That is a psychological number. If price push higher than this, we should be taking our profit this side. So thank you so very much. Let's quickly run through that is that for GU. Then we have the Euro USD. We are bullish as well. We can see we've been breaking structure to the upside like this. But price got here, all right, and it pulled to the downside. They almost, behave alike, GU and the EU. So now we have experienced a pullback. This pullback has resumed. Let's see, and it's already at a pivot level. Because of this gap, price came back, closed up this gap. So we are expecting price action to resume a bullish run. And don't forget, this level is a psychological level, 1.16 thousand. All right. If it breaks, that means we should be looking at this arrow one. All right, as resistance. So thank you so much. As far as next week is concerned, as soon as market open, we should be expecting a buy from here if this level holds. Thank you so much. Subscribe to my channel, share this video All right, reach out to us so that we can train you. God bless you.